Hello and welcome to Blade Runner. This is definitely a game I wanted to play for a long time. It's a point-and-click adventure game with a whole lot of features that you wouldn't really expect in a point-and-click adventure game. For starters, it's from 1998. Everything is in 3D. But if you've noticed, while everything seems to be in 3D, everything seems a little blocky. You'll really notice this when things get zoomed in. That's because these aren't pixels, they're voxels. They are essentially three-dimensional pixels that are all cobbled together to give a low-res but three-dimensional volume to people, which is kind of cool. Another thing that separates it from a lot of point-and-click adventure games is this game has a randomness to it. Like in Blade Runner, you're never sure who's human and who's a replicant, the androids of this world. And what this game does to really spice things up is it changes who's human during every playthrough, which is kind of cool. It's also got like 7 different endings, depending on if you're like being a good Blade Runner and retiring all of the replicants, or probably doing what I'm going to be doing, which is trying to save all the replicants and get them off-world, because Earth's kind of a hellhole. Anyway, so as you can see, we start off at Runsiter's Animal shop, and as we know, Runsiter is a complete creepazoid, and man, it would be nice to just execute him, but let's talk with the cop. Double click.
What do you know?
Does it run?
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runsiter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
Yeah, sounds really terrible. Let's see, there's a fire extinguisher, or fire
Scratches and
hydrant.
paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Interesting. And, oh, trash can.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Yeah. We can check the door.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep.
Good to know.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
And finally, there's the crowd.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Thank you. And while I let the cop do that, I'm gonna head inside.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
Yep, and as you can see in this kind of closer shot, you can really see the voxels. There's something on
Big
the ground.
caliber, possibly off-world combat weaponry. Ballistics might give me a fix on it.
That's useful. And, ooh, security camera.
Security camera. It'd be a banner day if it recorded anything before it was shot out.
That it would be.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was 2 men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Now, I'm gonna do something and hit escape. So this is our KIA knowledge interface apparatus or something like that. In this menu, it just gives us our sound effects. Unfortunately, there is no subtitles. I really wish there was. But you can also have conversation choices. Currently, I'm set in always normal. You can always do always polite or always surly, with the last one erratic, just being, randomly choosing between all of those conversation options, or you can just flip over to user's choice. And that's probably what I'm going to do for this whole thing. And if you see down here, designer cut, it's a bit of a in-joke with the Blade Runner film, which the first director's cut kind of cut out a whole bunch of it. Same thing with this game, is it only affects Act 1, and it cuts a whole bunch out, and I think it adds a narrator, which is completely unnecessary. So yeah, we'll not be playing the designer cut, not at the moment. And yes, you've noticed we are not playing a guy named Decker, who is, or Deckard,
Precious one.
which would be
She
the
was
main
my
character.
baby.
Yep. The main character from the Blade Runner film, played by Harrison Ford. Instead, we're playing a separate guy who's doing this at the same time as Deckard going...
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Well, you hush. Anyway, we're playing a character who's on a job at the same time as Harrison Ford's character is, which is good, because at least that way they didn't have to, like, get a sound alike or try to make him look like Harrison Ford. And you can still be like, hey, it's Blade Runner. I mean, there are other Blade Runners. So let's talk with Runciter some more, even though he's a creepazoid. Motives.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts? All my animals.
I guess.
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
At this point, I'd say you do.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. My precious one.
14.
She was my baby.
You know, if we hit spacebar, we draw our gun. Unfortunately, we cannot retire this creepazoid, even though he's a creepazoid.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Yeah, duh.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
All my animals.
Well, let's check out Lucy's desk, now that that's opened up. Some stuff that seems to be highlighted.
A toy dog.
Ooh,
Well, isn't that cute?
monkeys. There's a thing on the desk.
A candy bar.
Yuck.
What's down here?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
Ah, we've got a lead. Cool. Is there anything else we can ask Runciter?
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment. Here you are.
Thank you. Anything else?
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Not for the moment, but looks like we have completed just about everything else going here.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Well, I mean, based off of what Runsiter was doing, I wouldn't blame her if Lucy was behind it, but see what the cop has found.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runsiter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Interesting.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
Well, let's see. If that one guy heard the crash last night in a black sedan, that would mean that the clue that was on the fire hydrant is meaningless, because that happened last night, and I'm more concerned about tonight. So let's head into the car. And now we have access to McCoy's apartment. Yes, we are Roy McCoy. Or Ray McCoy? We're McCoy. We can head back to the police station. We're here at Runster's Animals. But we found that chopstick thing over at Lucy's desk. So maybe people at the restaurant might know, you know, where she is, who she hangs out with.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Sounds interesting.
McCoy, LPD.
Well, you seem to be helpful.
Does this badge mean anything to you?
Apparently not.
McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Got to mix more out back.
Okay.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
Well, that's not too racist, only mostly. Well, let's engage with a bit of small talk to begin with.
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up, no one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie.
Yeah, thanks, Howie.
See you later, Howie.
Yeah, I've currently got this thing set to easy mode. That doesn't really affect the plot line at all. It just means, one, I've got infinite cash, and infinite bullets, which is kind of nice. And it means it's a little bit easier to, you know, take people out. The higher difficulties, if you get into a firefight, it just means you have to, like, you know, shoot at them more, which is, you know, yeah, I'm just looking to hear the story.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new sushi.
Huh. New such. And they attacked an animal place. Huh.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
So they're kind of generic, but probably from around here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see if we can head back. Hi, you. Let's see. Let's actually drop a save here. LP1. Stuff going on. Let's say hi.
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute.
Yeah, interesting. Well, let's ask him about Lucy.
I'm looking for a girl, about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
Interesting.
There's a test I'd like you to take. It won't take too long.
Test? What kind of test?
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine? Ah.
Oh! That's, an interesting response. Well, we know he went this way. Whoa, let's not do anything hasty.
A big guy run past here?
Hey, maybe spare some chinion?
Fine.
Thanks. The big man, he kinda limping. That away.
That away being this away? That might actually be useful.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectation...
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything over here, hopefully.
Locked.
Well, I've got a gun. You would think I'd be able to, you know... Yeah, if I right-click, I automatically draw my gun as well. Can I shoot?
Locked.
Seems not. But I managed to find a discarded license plate. What's this over here? We've got an engine or something.
Yuck.
Okay, nothing important.
Totally uninteresting.
Okay. Thanks, game, for putting in interesting stuff just to make my character go like, yeah. Any other direction that he might have gone? Doesn't look like it.
See you later, Howie.
By the way, Howie, I think your chef is a criminal. Anything going on around here?
Totally uninteresting.
Well, I think I'm going to call this a first video, and when we come back, I don't know, I'll either figure out what to do with this locked door, or, yeah, something. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.